Good morning. This is Rick Gray. I wanted to talk today about learning and challenging your brain. Interesting, yesterday was the first day of school for our children. So I've got a second grader and a kindergartner, and it so makes me so proud to see them happy and excited to learn. My daughter actually came home and said it was the best day ever and couldn't wait until tomorrow. And it's so neat to see your kids excited and happy about learning and getting in a new environment. And I started thinking about adults. It's like, how do adults view learning? How excited are we every single day to get exposed to new ideas and new concepts? One of the things that's really important for us to do as we grow older in our life is to continue to challenge our neural pathways. And one of the things I want to talk about is as we get older, a lot of times people think, well, my memory gets worse, right? I can't remember things like I used to remember them. And that is actually not true. What happens is as we get older, we become habitual. We have certain routines and certain habits that we do every single day. So we're not creating new neural pathways in the brain anymore. We're just using the old ones. So when a child goes to school and is learning and is exposed to all new concepts and new ideas, their brains are constantly learning, developing new pathways. And that's exciting and it takes a lot of energy. That's why kids are so tired after school in the evening. Well, are we doing that as adults? Are we challenging ourselves and our brains? I don't think we are as much as we could be. We tend to settle into the same routines. We drive the same routes. We get the same cup of coffee on the way to work. We tend to interact with the same people in the same way. We have about 60,000 different thoughts a day, but most of them, in fact, about 90% of them, are the same ones over and over again. So what you need to do is to challenge yourself to break those habits. It was said of Einstein, when they studied Einstein, in fact, Deepak Chopra wrote a book about Einstein, and he talked not about his intelligence, but he talked about what a fluid, versatile, and adaptable person he was. If Einstein felt himself having a habit, he would consciously change his routine because he didn't want to fall into habits. He was always trying to develop new neural pathways in his brain. And if you looked up the science of neuroplasticity, you'll understand you can change the brain. You can change the way you think, but it comes through constant challenge and new experiences, not falling into old habits and doing things the same way you've always done them. So it just really reminded me yesterday, seeing my kids, how excited they were to go to school, how excited they were to learn. I want that same enthusiasm too, and I want it for you. So think about that every single day of your life. Again, I go back to keeping a journal. Write down in your journal, what are you going to learn differently? What are you going to do differently? What habits are you going to break that you're kind of involved in or entrenched in right now? So if you can change those habits and you can change the way you think and constantly be growing and learning, this is a never-ending process, your memory gets better. Your brain stays sharp. In fact, you should get better and sharper as we get older. So think about that. Have a great week and start writing down some things that you think you've fallen into a habit with, and then how can I change this? Do something a little bit different and continue to learn. That will affect every area of your life. And look, pick one thing. You don't have to do 50 things. Just pick one thing you're going to do differently and then watch the effect it has. Have a great day.